Shoe butter is back. If you don't know what that means, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Shoe Butter has one of the greatest sneaker collections in the whole world. I've been to his place. He has an apartment that's for the shoes. He lives elsewhere, but there's an apartment that's just for the shoes. And every room is full of shoes. And they're not just shoes. They're sneakers that are one-offs, one of two rare sneakers, court-worn basketball sneakers from LeBron James, that kind of stuff. That's Shoe Butter. If you want to check it out, check out his Instagram. I don't mind if you duck away from this video right now and go over to Instagram and say, you know what, I want to see Shoe Butter. There'll be a link down in the description down below to his Instagram, and you will see some of the rarest, coolest sneakers. I mean, this guy, he went on a treadmill in not NMD, what a bonehead. He went on a treadmill in M&M 4s, Jordan 4s. That's what we're talking here. I mean, we're talking rare. I mean, NM 4. So if you don't know who Shoe Butter is, fine. You're here to look at these Nike Air Force One Shadows, and that's what we're going to get to at the end of the video. If you're interested in who Shoe Butter is and what that means for my channel as Tokyo Butter, stick around and find out. If you're interested in the butter movement and you're not actually interested in the Nike Air Force One Shadows that we're going to be looking at today, there'll be more at the end of the video about why I'm saying that Shoe Butter is back and what that means. But for now, we need to focus on the sneakers, even though I'm thrilled that Shoe Butter is back, and I'd love to just talk about that, forget about the sneakers. We must keep the sneakers front and center. They're the most important thing in all of this. So sneakers first, Shoe Butter and the butter movement second, and we'll keep that for the back end of this video. So without further ado, what we're doing today is looking at the Nike Air Force One Shadow. This is the Tokyo Butter 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo Butter 23 Sneaker Channelです。毎日、absolutely no day, 毎日見てください. Every single day I bring you content from Tokyo, Japan about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews. Today what we're looking at, as I said before, is the Nike Air Force One Shadow, and talking about what's going on there and the features of that, and then saving a bit of butter movement talk and shoe butter talk until the end of the video. But before all of that, this is a YouTube channel and I need subscribers, so please do hit that subscribe button down below. Or whoosh, over here, there should be a little piece of Japanese writing that says Toroku, which is another way to click. It's interesting, actually, to click on that and see what happens. It doesn't automatically subscribe you to the channel. You just click on it and it sort of pops a window out, so you don't have to look at me. But yes, that's another way to subscribe to the channel, so please do subscribe to the channel. And as I am here in Tokyo, Japan, I do say at the start of every single one of my videos, in Japanese, no less, Toroku yoroshiku onegai shimasu. 500何十人もうそろそろ600人になっちゃうので、登録をしてくれた人にありがとうございます。まだ登録してない人はぜひ登録おすすめします。Okay, let's get into this now. And I'm just thinking, while I was speaking in Japanese there, I was thinking about how to explain in Japanese who Shoe Butter is, and that could be a whole different video. In fact, maybe I should do a video just explaining who Shoe Butter is. That would be quite interesting. Or maybe I should go to his apartment and do a video in Japanese. That would be good too. But anyway, like I said, it's very difficult for me to do because I'm really excited about Shoe Butter and what he's up to. But I've got to try and keep the sneakers front and center. So let's have a look at these Nike Air Force One Shadows. Now, the first thing that, I don't know, it jumps right off the page at me. It's the tie-up, and being here in Japan, that makes it an interesting sort of tie-up for me, is that tie-up with the Sakai brand. Now, the Sakai brand is famous for dropping two collaborations with Nike. One was the Blazers, and the other one is, well, some people say the LD waffle, and some people say the LGV waffle, and I don't know which it is. Please let me know in the comments down below what the difference is and which it was that the Sakai brand dropped. But the signature of the Sakai brand was that they doubled up on things, double swishes, double tongues, and sort of double layering and things like that, especially around the mid sort of foot area, or coming out of the midsole area of those. I personally own a pair of the Sakai Blazers. I think they're called Snow Beach, even though they're yellow and red and blue. I don't know why they're called Snow Beach, but anyway, these Nike Air Force Ones are nothing to do with the Sakai brand. If you're confused about that, if you're looking at them and thinking, is this Sakai or isn't it? It is not. These are just standalone Nike sneakers. There's nothing about them to do with the Sacai branding, except they kind of look like the Sacai branding. And where that's particularly evident or obvious is in the swooshes. Now, there are two colorways. There's a sort of greeny blue colorway and a whitey pink colorway. And it's kind of interesting, at least to me, that you've got these two very different colorways, but the swooshes on them are exactly the same, where you have a red swoosh underneath, and over the top of that, almost exactly 100% over the top, but ever so slightly, just ever so slightly sort of out of phase, you've got a very light pink. It's not white, it's a very light pink swoosh. So you've got a red swoosh that's almost completely covered by the very light pink swoosh on there, on both of them. So they haven't gone with a different colorway for the swooshes, although the rest of the sneakers are very, very different in their colors. Now, one of the places where that difference in the colours comes in, and I'll maybe try and do something back here where you can see the two sneakers one after the other, is on the sort of top couple of eye stays on there. They almost look like the sort of wings on Air Jordan 1 because they flap right out. You know how like I don't know how many Air Jordan 1s, if it's all of them or not. Again, tell me in the comments down below. I'm very happy to be told these things and to learn through my channel. But I have seen Air Jordan 1s, and I don't know if all of them. I've never owned a pair of Air Jordan 1s. There's reasons for that, links down below and all that stuff, so let's not get into that. But I have seen Air Jordan 1s that have writing underneath that wing, sort of the top eye stay wings that come out of the ankle area on an Air Jordan 1 writing underneath. But anyway, that kind of like, you can like bend it back style on the Air Jordan 1s is exactly what we've got on these Air Force 1s, where the top, just sort of the top eye stays are detached from the rest of the lacing system. They bend back a bit. And speaking of that lacing system, you can see that it's quite distinctly raised up out of the sneaker, and it's not at all flush. And there is a sort of element of doubleness in there where you can see a kind of chunky underlay, and then on top of that there's another layer that's a lot thinner, and that gives that double effect again. Now on one of the pairs they're both sort of white, so it's less evident, but on the more colourful pair you can see that the upper of that system is a pale sort of pinky colour, I think it is, and then below that you've got a sort of blue layer as well, so you can distinguish between the two. So it's pretty cool. Now, if we go away from the lacing system, that sort of upper area where we've been in the midfoot most of the time, and go round to the back, my favourite sort of element of the sneaker is that big chunky patch that wraps around the whole of the heel and connects the upper to the midsole. I saw this on some other Air Force 1s recently, and I didn't really like it. It just I don't know, it just looked weird. But on these, it looks good. I think it looks really good, actually. I think that chunk of I don't know if it's fabric or if it's rubber or whatever it is that goes around the whole of the heel unit, shall we say, across both the upper and the midsole is pretty cool. So I like it quite a lot. I think it's pretty cool. But then we get to the sort of last thing that surprised me out of the blue. I wasn't expecting this, so I did research on these sneakers. I read, stuff, looked at different sites and things like that. And it was right at the end of that. It was like, so look out and enjoy and look forward to these women's Air Force 1s. And I was like, whoa, where'd that come from? This usually, it says in the name, it'll say like Jordan 1 UNC Women's, WMNS, so that people know that these are coming in a limited size run, for example. It's not in the name of the sneaker, and I was surprised to read in just one place that these are women's, but I don't know if that's true or if that's going to hold true and that they are going to be women's only, or if that's just a mistake on that particular site that I was looking at. But either way, I was kind of surprised to see that there, and I am surprised. And it would frustrate me if these were only available in women's sizes and they were a women's sneaker. I've said it many times on my channel, I don't understand the need for women's sneakers and men's sneakers. Why not just do full-size runs and let whoever likes them buy them? Okay, that's enough about the sneakers, these Nike Air Force 1 Shadows. As I said at the top of this video, though, Shoe Butter is back, and he's back with a bang. no less. I can guarantee 100%, no holds barred. You could take this to the bank. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Japan time, which is 11 a.m. UK time, which is, I think it's about 6 a.m. on the East Coast of America, and then maybe 3 a.m. on the West Coast of America, something like that. Tomorrow, tomorrow, it depends when you're watching this. On Thursday, the 26th of September, Shoe Butter will 100% be back right here on the Tokyo Butter 23 sneaker channel, because when he was here last week visiting me in Tokyo, he graced the green screen. Well, I didn't grace the green screen because he only pops his thumb up into the very end of the video, because as Shoe Butter always has done, is that he doesn't want himself to be the main point of the video, so he keeps himself in the background. So he was kind enough to shoot a video with me, and that video drops tomorrow. So Shoe Butter will be on YouTube for the first time in 2 years tomorrow through my channel. He was very kind enough to do that, and in that video he talks about it's a question and answer video with me first, but then towards the latter half of the video he sort of starts to talk about what happened to the butter movement, what happened to his channel and how he feels about that, and also what his hopes are for the future. So not only is Shoe Butter back, not only do you get to find out from the man himself what he thinks and feels about how the Butter Movement channel was pulled down by YouTube, but also we get to find out about what he thinks about the future and what he hopes to do in the future in relation to social media and YouTube in particular. So I'm very, very happy to announce to you, the world out there, that Shoe Butter is back, and that video with Shoe Butter in it for the first time in 2 years will be dropping on my channel tomorrow, 7 o'clock Japan time. So make sure you stay tuned for that. It's a big, big deal. One of the greatest shoe tubers of all time, one of the greatest sneaker collectors of all time is back on my channel. I am thrilled to have him. I would devote my entire channel to him. I would just be a conduit for Shoe Butter to the world, because what he is legendary and epic and amazing. So I'm thrilled he'll be back. I'm looking forward to dropping content tomorrow about that, and hopefully more from Shoe Butter in the future as well. So definitely stay tuned and check out that video tomorrow. For now though, it's time for me to sign off. Thank you guys for checking out my content. As I do say at the end of all my videos, I do this every single day. So that means that I can say very confidently that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.